Big changes to a $20 million lawsuit against Bronx-born rapper Fat Joe.
In a courtroom move that has left legal analysts stunned and entertainment circles buzzing, the man who once leveled catastrophic accusations against Bronx rap icon Fat Joe, born Joseph Antonio Cartagena, has quietly, deliberately, and without public explanation stripped his lawsuit of its most devastating charges. Gone. Statutory rape. Gone. Child trafficking. Federal racketeering under RICO. What remains is something far less sensational and far more telling. On March 26th, attorney Tyrone Blackburn filed a revised complaint on behalf of his client, Terrence Dixon, in the Southern District of New York. The filing arrived without fanfare, without a press conference, and without any statement from Dixon himself, explaining why charges that once read like a federal indictment had suddenly been surgically removed from the record. Dixon, who claims he worked alongside Fat Joe for 16 years as a lyricist and hype man, originally launched a $20 million federal lawsuit last June, accusing the rapper of forcing him into sexual encounters, withholding wages, denying songwriting credits, and operating what the complaint described as a criminal enterprise. Those words were explosive. The allegations shook the music industry. The amended complaint officially dropped claims of RICO violations, statutory rape, and the trafficking of minors.
It's not you said yes, it's that powerful person offered you a horrible choice.
Accusations that first surfaced in June 2025 have now given way to a narrower focus: a financial dispute over alleged unpaid royalties and withheld compensation. The pivot is significant, not merely legally, but narratively. The updated suit now centers on allegations of unpaid wages, copyright ownership, fraud, and forced labor. It is, by any measure, a vastly reduced battlefield, one that no longer carries the weight of federal criminal undertones. Notably, Dixon's claim that Fat Joe sex trafficked him personally during his period of employment remains in the amended filing. The previous complaint alleged that Dixon was forced into performing sex acts under duress and surveillance, with the complaint asserting his compliance was driven by coercion rather than consent. The accusations involving minors, the most explosive element of the original filing, have vanished entirely from the document. So what does Fat Joe's legal team make of this sudden voluntary retreat? They are not mincing words. From the outset, we have always maintained that Terrence Dixon and Tyrone Blackburn's claims about Mr. Cartagena were nothing more than an elaborate shakedown to extract money from him. Their decision to now voluntarily amend the complaint, removing all allegations involving transporting of minors, statutory rape, and RICO, and recast this matter primarily as a financial dispute about royalties and wages allegedly owed, only reinforces that the allegations were baseless and that Mr. Cartagena is the one being targeted. Attorney Jordan Seave went further, pointing to Fat Joe's own legal counteroffensive as evidence that the original accusations were constructed as leverage rather than truth. Fat Joe had previously filed his own lawsuit in April 2025, framing the situation as an extortion scheme orchestrated against him. In that filing, Joe's legal team argued that the defendants were attempting a calculated shakedown, threatening to go public with fabricated, heinous allegations unless they received financial settlement. The amended complaint, his team now argues, validates precisely that theory. Let's walk back through the timeline, because context here is everything. Fat Joe sued Dixon first, filing a defamation action after Dixon allegedly accused the rapper of pedophilia across multiple social media platforms. In that suit, Joe alleged Dixon had unleashed a torrent of wholly fabricated, grotesque, and scandalous posts, accusing Cartagena of unspeakable conduct, including statutory rape and sexual assault. Dixon's legal response? A $20 million counterstrike. Dixon and his attorney filed their federal lawsuit 2 months after Fat Joe's initial action, expanding allegations to include forced sexual encounters, wage theft, copyright misappropriation, and threats. The complaint named not only Fat Joe but also corporate entities, including Roc Nation, alleging coercive labor exploitation, financial fraud, violent intimidation, and psychological coercion spanning 15 years, from 2005 to 2020.
You remember saying that to Mr. Siegel?
No.
You remember asking Mr. Siegel what was the date of...
That was the complaint as the world knew it, until March 26th. Now, attorneys on both sides are preparing for what appears to be a protracted fight, stripped of its most sensational dimensions, but no less fierce in its financial and reputational stakes. With the most severe claims formally retracted, this litigation moves forward as a contract and compensation dispute. Representatives for Fat Joe have indicated they will continue pursuing their original defamation claims, seeking accountability for the initial accusations. Fat Joe himself has not issued a personal statement in response to the amended filing. His attorney's words, however, carry unmistakable confidence. Legal observers watching this case have noted something worth dwelling on. When a plaintiff voluntarily removes accusations of statutory rape, federal racketeering, and child trafficking from a civil lawsuit without court compulsion, without a judge's order, without any external pressure documented in the public record, it raises questions that no press release can fully answer. Did new evidence surface? Did legal strategy shift? Did counsel reconsider the evidentiary foundation those claims rested upon? Neither Dixon nor his attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, have offered the public an explanation. The amended complaint speaks without comment. What began as one of the most alarming lawsuits to surface from hip-hop's legal landscape in recent memory has, at least on its most incendiary front, been quietly folded. Joseph Cartagena, the South Bronx kid who built an empire verse by verse, who navigated decades of industry volatility to remain relevant across generations, now faces a civil dispute rooted in wages and writing credits, not federal crime, not child exploitation, not organized racketeering. His attorneys call it vindication. His accusers' team calls it a legal recalibration. The courts will eventually determine which version of events carries weight. But tonight, the scorecard has shifted, and every courtroom watcher in the country is paying attention. We will continue monitoring this case as it develops through the federal court system. Fat Joe has not been charged with any crime. All remaining allegations in the amended complaint are civil in nature and have not been proven in court. Terrence Dixon maintains the right to his remaining claims. For verified updates, confirmed filings, and court developments, stay with us. This is your newsroom.